Ever felt like quitting up? Like the weight of the universe falls on your shoulders, it seems as if your efforts are deepening your hopelessness. If that describes you right now, know that God has a magnificent plan for your life that will be beyond anything you could possibly conceive. Join me as what we are going to explore could transform everything. Your time to believe, to trust, and to let God lead. God has not lost hope in you. Hence, do not lose hope. Together, let us travel this road and find the power, tranquility, and delight that comes from handing all to His hands. Never doubt your faith. Sometimes it seems as if life is too much, as if you are bearing a weight much too great. But remember one thing in those times. God is right here with you. Though He is continually working, you may not see Him or feel Him. He is working on something much more massive and superior than you could ever imagine. Remember, His timing is perfect even if you feel like giving up. God knows just when and how to become involved. He intervenes just when you believe it to be finished to enable the impossible. God wants for you more than you could ever conceive. Though it may seem as though your aspirations are vanishing, believe me, God's plan is much more expansive. He is crafting for you a narrative full of beauty, elegance, and purpose. He only wants that you believe Him. Release your uncertainties and worries. Then, turn your heart to Him. Put your life in His hands. You will discover He attends to every detail. You are not alone. Your narrative is not yet finished. God guides us on a road not always simple. Actually, there will be moments when the journey seems difficult and protracted. He never said, however, that the road would be clear-cut. What He promises is a magnificent location. Every struggle you go through, every setback you encounter, is getting you ready for something much more. God is helping you to be the person He created, polishing you and developing you. The challenges you encounter now have a reason. Persistent is what's needed. Try not to lose heart. God is with you. He has a life plan for you that beyond your most wildest fantasies. Recall, a dream sent by God is not just ephemeral. He will walk with you until that dream materializes. It is a divine mission. If it is not the reality, you might feel as if you are fighting it alone. God is by your side, directing each movement you take. He ignores your global achievement as seen by others. He turns to face your heart. He notes your faith, confidence, and readiness to rely on Him in both happy and difficult circumstances. Believing God does not imply that everything will go flawlessly. It implies believing He is in charge regardless of what transpires. It implies trusting that God is working behind the scenes for your welfare even when events seem contradictory. Miracles do not materialize just on our demand. When we trust God and believe He will provide a path when none appears possible, miracles occur. He is aware of both those who belong in your life and those who do not. He observes things invisible to us. When someone leaves your life or when a door shuts, believe God has a purpose. Though they deviate from ours, His plans are flawless. Every morning presents a gift from God. Every morning when you get up, you have a fresh chance to start again. Live completely and more firmly trust Him. Do all you can in the normal. Then, believe God will manage the miraculous. When things get difficult, honor Him. Speak up in worship when you feel as if you cannot continue. On the happy days, smile. On the difficult ones, be patient. Always be completely faithful as God is working even at the worst of times. You cannot see mountains He is moving. He is unlocking doors you were not even aware were existing. It is not because God forgot about you when it seems as if He is postponing. He is getting ready something better for you. Confide in His time. He knows just when the ideal time will arrive. You will find serenity if you pardon those who have offended you. Release the suffering, and you will discover hope. And you will discover a delight beyond anything this planet can provide when you really believe in God. God is nearer than you may ever imagine at your worst life events. He speaks His affection for you in the quietness and quiet. Let Him be trusted. Call by His name. Wait calmly for Him. He will guide you. You will never lose your road when you trust God's hand to lead you. Sometimes the worst events in life are those that bring us most near to God. Each of the suffering, the anguish, the bewilderment has a function. They guide us to the foot of Jesus, where healing, peace, and consolation abound. Though God is everlasting, your concerns are transient. Give him your anguish, your suffering, and your concerns. He will bring you delight in due course. Once again, you will grin. Again, you will laugh. Every cry and every struggle will also be worth it as it got you closer to God. Faith in God lets us see the unseen, believe in the unbelievable, and get benefits we never would have imagined we were due. Every new day marks a fresh beginning, a fresh opportunity to become closer to God and to rely on Him with everything we own. As you pray, open your heart totally to Him. Ask His direction for His protection, His calm to occupy your life. Though you cannot see anything, know He is always working. His plans are more than anything we could ever dream of. His methods are better than our ways. Your faith will bring more into your life than you could possibly have when you really trust God with your whole heart. If sometimes we feel as if everything around us is disintegrating, God is always with us. God is the one constant amid all the seeming loss. Actually, you have everything when you have God. Our foundation, strength, and wellspring come from Him. His vows never fade. His love never fades either. God works to wipe the past and provide us with a fresh future. He offers pardon, grace, and a new start regardless of your location or activities. Sometimes life throws us circumstances in which our only action is faith. We discover that God is more than enough when all we have left is He. We discover actual calm in such times of resignation. You open the door for His blessings to flood your heart when you bow before God in prayer, thanks Him for everything you have, and seek for His direction in your life. Remember to thank you for everything you do when standing up, then, while kneeling. The one who enables the impossibility is God. Though only the love of God endures eternally, there are loves in this world that might last a lifetime. His love is unwavering, unchangeable. Wait on the Lord. Believe in His timetable. He will bring the proper people into your life at the proper moment. Knowing your requirements, He will provide. I owe God the gift of life. Thank you Him for your loved ones, for the chances you have been given, and for the aspirations He has set in your heart. Close your eyes, inhale deeply, and say, Lord, I trust you. Even if you are not sure what is occurring, help me to go through this with trust. God doesn't love you because you are flawless, and He doesn't reject you since you made errors. You are His, hence nothing can ever alter. He loves you. God is with you, hence keep following your aspirations. His hand moves on your behalf, and nobody can stop it. His strength has no limits. God is getting ready something greater for you. Hence He asks you to let go of something. Though with God all things are possible, you could believe it impossible. His benefits have no constraints. Ask God to give you the power to get beyond the challenges in your life instead of begging Him to eliminate them. Every difficulty presents chances for development in trust and faith. Guard what you let into your heart. Let your ears not follow events that contradict the reality of God's love. Speak things that contradict the faith and love God has set in you. Avoid letting your voice convey such ideas. God responds to prayers in 3 ways. He says yes and provides what you ask for. He says no and takes away anything bad for you. He says wait because something greater is on the road. You constantly benefit from His responses, hence trust in them. There is no heart too damaged for God to mend regardless of the depth of your wounds or the count of your tears. He is the great healer, the one able to mend even the most broken soul. When it comes to God's designs, never say never. Nothing can stand in the way of your aspirations when He has approved them. Dream large. You serve a great God. Not one safer place exists than in His hands. He can wipe your history and start you fresh regardless of its darkness. God is communicating even in quiet. His quietest periods sometimes abound in the most meaningful responses. Trust Him even if it would appear as if He is not answering. His affection is constant. His timing is flawless. Every day presents fresh chances to start again, to rebuild trust, and to walk next He. Do everything within your ability. Trust God with the rest. His intentions are always for your benefit. He understands your future more than you do of your history. When everything else falls around us, love is what keeps us going. The anchor keeping us stable across the tides of life is God's love. You know that God is verifying your correct direction when you have serenity in your heart. Though you cannot see Him, you will be able to experience His presence in every moment. God has noted every tear you have shed in prayer. He hears your every cry. God is faithful. Hence keep praying, believe, and keep trusting. Your faith is your best instrument. Your peace is your strongest weapon. And the basis of your life is your love of God. Ask God to steer you when you feel lost. Ask Him for strength when you experience frailty. Ask Him to be your lighthouse as darkness falls all around you. And thanks Him for every gift when you are happy. You will never walk alone once you turn your heart to God.